Okay, so today we're going to be talking about triangles and the different types of triangles that there are. So number one, how to classify triangles using angles. So number one, we have an acute triangle. And what this means right here is that every single angle in the triangle is acute. And remember that an acute angle is less than 90. So we have less than 90 degrees. So that's an acute angle. And just to put up, just so we remember, obtuse is greater than 90 degrees. So an acute triangle, for a triangle to be acute, every single angle in the triangle has to be less than 90 degrees. So they have to be acute angles. Okay? Second is our obtuse triangle. An obtuse triangle has to have one obtuse angle. So one angle in here that is greater than 90 degrees. So these ones can still be acute, but there has to be one that has an obtuse angle, so greater than 90. Third one is a right triangle. A right triangle, as you can kind of guess, has one right angle, which again, this little square, that means 90 degrees. So whenever you see one of these little squares right here, just automatically think that's 90 degrees and we have a right triangle. Then finally we have an equal angular triangle, which means that we have three congruent angles. So every single angle is congruent here. So those are the four types of triangles using angles. The other way we can classify triangles is by using sides. So one thing I do want to point out is what congruent means, because some of us were still confused about that when we were talking about angles. So congruent angle or congruent side, that means equal. So congruent sides, that they have the same length, okay? So the first type of triangle using side lengths is a scalene triangle, and this has no congruent sides. This means that every single side is a different length. Okay, so we could have, this could be 5, this could be 3, and this could be 2. So all the sides are different lengths. Okay. Second is an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has at least 2 congruent sides, and these little dashes mean that this side is congruent to this side. So that is an isosceles triangle. And then finally we have an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle means that we have 3 equal sides. So equilateral, think about equal, so that all sides are equal to each other, okay? So in example 1, we want to classify each of these triangles. So the first one, we're classifying it by angle measure. We have a 40-degree angle, a 25-degree angle, and then a 115-degree angle. So this right here is an obtuse triangle. So you can either spell out triangle, or if you want, you can use this little triangle sign, obtuse triangle. The reason it's obtuse is because we have one angle that is obtuse, that's greater than 90. We have this 115 angle that is obtuse. So we have an obtuse triangle. Okay, B, we see that we have 2 congruent angles, just 2, but then we also have 2 congruent sides. So what this is an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle, because we have those 2 congruent sides.